been years since I stepped off the train in Mongolia, but I remember it all. I was 24 years old when I first met Brad Jolly. God, in His perfect timing, had Brad's first quarter at Andrews University be my last quarter there. He made it very clear that if the relationship was to continue, I had to be willing to be a frontier missionary. Little did I know the adventure God had in store for me. We were married in 1989, and we were still living at Andrews University as Brad wasn't finished with the seminary. But yet he was concerned that I wasn't enthusiastic about missions. Well, I tried to explain it's hard to be enthusiastic about something that's nebulous. So I tried to corner him. Now, where would you like to go? He'd had a good experience as a student missionary for 2 years in Japan, so he thought, well, Asia. And so I said, okay, Asia's really big. Where in Asia? So finally he thought, well, there's a lot of need in China. We got Chinese language tapes and we would listen to those at supper time. At that time, Albania was a close country, North Korea, and Mongolia. And I knew that being a United States citizen, there's no way we could go to North Korea. And Albania wasn't part of Asia, but Mongolia is really close to China. And so I said, well, why don't we go to Mongolia? And he looks at me with a kind of smirky smile on his face. Well, we can't go there. It's restricted. I kept talking about Mongolia. One day, the Holy Spirit convicted me that I needed to be quiet. The deep impression I got from the Holy Spirit was that if I were to continue pushing, Brad would turn and look at me and say, look at this God-forsaken country you have brought me to. And so I decided I wouldn't mention Mongolia again. That evening, when Brad came home, he had checked out every book the library had on Mongolia and brought it home with him. And from that time on, it was a project we worked on together.
Brad and Kathy earnestly began researching Mongolia.